So it's bedtime, and I'm kind of tired. It's been a very long day. Had a workman in today, or a workman, who was putting insulation in the loft, and he was kind of handsome. I better not say too much in case he happens to be watching this, because I know all of the local workmen are fans of my vlog even. See how tired I am. I am just having a cheeky watch of Nadia Sawalha and family vlog. Let me just show you. Well, let me do it. Why won't it let me? I'll show you that way anyway. I love, triple love Nadia Sawalha. And that's her friend Lisa, who's a makeup artist. And you might know Nadia Sawalha from Loose Women. Yeah, so I watched that this before I go to sleep, and her husband Mark is a really interesting guy too. I'm hoping to have them on the Xander Gibb show, which has just started again. So if you are out there and you think you've got something interesting to share, you don't have to be uber famous like me. You can just be, I'm joking, of course. You can just be an average person. But if you've got an interesting story to tell, if you're in a band or, you know, just something interesting, even a cover band, if you're a great cover band, come on and we'll interview you. And let me just pause Nadia for a second, because I can't compete with the Nadia Sawalhas of this world. When I get her on my show, one of the things I'm gonna ask is her name pronounced Sawalha or Sawalha? Because I would really like to know. So yes, it's been a very long week. I'm tired. And I'm just getting ready for bed, and I just thought I would say hello from my vlog. You see my lovely new curtains? I love the curtains in my bedroom. Don't you think it's important out there, folks, to actually do things for yourself, buy things for yourself that actually make you happy? I know that having a nice home makes me happy. It's not homes and gardens, but I don't know, to some people it might be. But let's not go on to the topic of gardens, because you know, if you've been following my story, the issues I've been having with regards to my garden. So we won't go there today. But hopefully Alan Titchmarsh will knock on my door one day and just say, Xander Gibb, we've sorted out your backyard for you. Because in England they call them backyards. No, in America they call them backyards. You see how tired I am? So I guess being this tired, I should really take my vitamins, put on my cream, my oil of something lay, and loving my red hair, by the way, guys. It's kind of growing on me, no pun intended. Because I wasn't sure, first of all, whether it was too red or not red enough, or that it was not right, but I do kind of love it. I'm just kind of getting used to this selfie stick that I bought myself. So, Lane, if you're watching this, I take it back for all I said to you about getting a selfie stick. Okay, so there you go. It's sad. So I'm gonna get some beauty sleep, because some of you out there would actually say, yeah, Xander, you really do need some beauty sleep. So night night. Hi guys, well, I just got back from trying to get the rear windscreen wiper arm and blade replaced, as mine disappeared somehow. And I called it in a couple of days ago. I explained exactly what I needed. Spent half an hour waiting for them to sort it out, to fix it up, etc., only to find that they'd only ordered the blade. So when you spend half an hour on the phone explaining to people what you need, and the stupid person actually taking the details doesn't record the right details, and then they want you to come back again, you're supposed to be elated by that information. Now, for me, customer service is so bad, both here and in the United States, both here in the UK and in the United States, because we don't complain. And it's imperative to complain when there is a reasonable need to complain, a reasonable reason to complain, because when we don't, the service doesn't get any better. I said I can't come back tomorrow. I have things going on. I have plans. And after much wrangling, they're going to come and pick up my car and take it and do it and bring it back. But here's the thing that really bothers me. What if I needed my car tomorrow? What if I decided to let someone use it, or all of those things, but all of this because customer services got so bad that we're in a position in 2019 where people can't take the most basic of information down and then are astounded because you're not happy because they've not taken down their information. The thing is, if you're answering the phone, if you're taking information, get the damn information right, or get another job. I hear McDonald's are hiring. No disrespect to anybody that works at McDonald's, but in fairness, if you are in a responsible position and you are doing things that kind of messes with people's lives, like, ordering the wrong part or not ordering enough of something, then you are the problem. And I think it's absolutely, imperative to complain about these things so that something is done. Because if I hadn't complained, I would have had to go out and do this again tomorrow when I've got tons of editing to be doing. What was really interesting on the way back is that I really wanted to go get a burger. And I could have passed Burger King, and then I told myself, maybe I'll just get a diet soda on the way back, a Diet Coke or something like that. And I thought, I'm not going to go get either, because if I go get a diet soda, there's going to be the temptation of me going in and getting a burger while I'm there at the drive-thru. For those of you who don't know, I've been on the keto diet for, I think this is my 9th week. And I'm doing well. I'm losing weight. I'm not hungry all the time. I'm basically, for those of you who don't know what the keto diet is, that's Keto. It's a bit similar to the Atkins, but it's a little bit more refined. It's a very low-carb diet. I can eat bacon every day if I want to, which I thought, give it to me. If there's a diet where I can eat bacon every day, then, I should really go for that. Because I love bacon. But, in all seriousness, I started, and this is the only diet I've ever been able to stick to and not feel like, I'm not getting everything that I need. And I was eating 3 times a day, but usually I only eat twice a day. I eat in the morning, I eat quite a healthy breakfast, eat like I followed the ideology, if you eat like a king for breakfast, a prince for lunch, and a pauper for dinner. But I actually only have 2 meals a day. Like tonight, I'm going to have grilled chicken and broccoli, for my dinner. And this morning I had grilled bacon, with scrambled eggs and tomatoes from a can, the no added sugar tomatoes in a can. And I could have fried all of this. You're allowed to have lots of fat on the keto diet, because the ideology is that, and I didn't even realize this myself, but all carbs, turn to sugar in the bloodstream. And for those of you that don't know, I am diabetic. And being a diabetic, I did some research and found that a lot of people in America who've got type 2 diabetes have become non-diabetic and have lost, 140 to 160 pounds in a year. On this diet. So I'm really committed to getting fitter and healthier, or as fitter and healthier as I possibly can be as a wheelchair user, because, I kind of want to live for longer. And I think this, for a long time after my car accident, I had PTSD and was very depressed. And I think a huge symptom of PTSD is that, you eat and eat and eat. And so, I put on a lot of weight after my accident, and I do believe that it's a very circular thing with depression, because I've suffered with depression and anxiety all my life, and the funny thing about being on this keto diet is, I've changed other things in my life, like I've tried to be a bit more regimented, about the time I go to bed, about the time I get up. I'm not always so good at, going to bed early, because I get into editing and I'm doing stuff, and I end up, it's 2 a.m. before I know it. But that's not good for you. It is, the earlier you can get to bed, the better, if you possibly can. But there is a huge improvement in my life from having a routine, and from being able to, eat and not be kind of, what's the word, hungry all the time, and all those kinds of things. So that the mental and the physical are very connected. And I've also noticed that I'm not as anxious all of the time. More sleep has equated to less anxiety, etc., etc. So, I'm doing pretty good, but days like today I get pretty pissed when, I spend a lot of time trying to get something done. I.e., the wiper and the arm on the back of my car, and the silly girl that takes the information fails to write down that the arm is required because, for whatever reason. But take it from me, guys. Take it from Xander Gibb. You must complain. It's imperative to do so, because you're paying for a service, and if you don't get the service that they're paying for, then you complain, and if you don't get a better service, then you go somewhere else. Car rant over. So I'm here at the prestigious Aldwych Theatre watching the Tina Turner musical, and it's been really hard all the way through not to join in with the songs, but don't want to get thrown out. I'm here with my cousin, and she's just gone outside to smoke, and yeah, it's great. Really takes you from all the emotions, and we will give you a full synopsis right after. So guys, we just came out of the Tina Turner musical, and it was amazing. The singer really did Tina justice, and I had a really fabulous night, and the hardest thing was not singing along with the songs when you knew them, but we kind of got to join in at the end. I don't know who any of the actors are or the actresses, but we'll check that out later, and we'll add something more when we get back to the hotel. But for now, if you are in London, go and see the Tina Turner musical, because it is simply the best. So I had a really great night last night at the Tina Turner musical. I was too tired when I got back to record anything, but it really was an interesting show. It wasn't kind of like the movie What's Love Got to Do with It. The lead singer, the girl who played Tina, was amazing. I wasn't really sure, first of all, when she started singing, how good she was going to be. But when she really got into it, she was amazing. I see great things happening. I have to find out that girl's name, and and message her and tell her how good she was last night. Also, I the whole cast was amazing, from the girl that played Little Tina to the grandmother to you name it. It was all good. I don't know. I'm always quite envious when I'm at the theater about the people that are on the stage, because I kind of want to be down there. And it was really hard last night not joining in and, giving it, oh, what's love got to do with it. But obviously you can't do that when professional people are on stage, because that would be unprofessional to do that. So yes, it was a great night. I was kind of disappointed. We went to go to have dinner last night in the West End after the theater, but everywhere was closed. I mean, surely a couple of restaurants should be open, like at that time of night. And yes, I've had my hair cut, guys. I've had a little trim just to brighten up my hair somewhat. And today I went to Loose Women, and I thought that Nads was going to be there, Nadia Sawalha, but she wasn't. I guess she's still tired from the trek. So who was there? Ruth Langsford, Colleen Nolan, Gender Straight Poa. I'll tell you about Janet in a minute. And Brenda Edwards, the fabulous Brenda Edwards, who has such an amazing voice. Now, Janet Street Porter was really kind of, I don't know if this is a persona that she puts on, but she said, if any of you see me on the train eating, don't fucking talk to me. And I just thought, this has to be a persona. She's always had this penchant, kind of, what's the word? She's always had this kind of reputation for being a moody bitch, but let's face it, maybe people are better for knowing, but she certainly wasn't. She didn't smile, and she just talked like that. I was tempted to, when she went by, I was tempted to say, hello, my name's Gender Street Paul, but I really kind of thought better of it. It was an interesting experience. It's not the same as what you see on TV. Apparently I was on TV today. People saw me in the front row. And again, I just, when I'm broadcasting myself, it's obviously like a different thing when I do my show on a Friday night. But when you go and see things professionally, I kind of want to be involved. I want to be there. I don't seem to enjoy that as much as doing it, really. What else did I want to tell you? I love London. I really do love London, but driving in London is like so tiring. 3 hours to, 3 hours to go 3 miles. It's like rush hour in London. Forget about it. I went for lunch with an old friend today after I'd been to Loose Women, and spent so much time in the Westfield Mall parking lot trying to get out of there. It's like, forget about it. So London is great to visit, but I really don't know that I could live here again. But LBC, if you're listening, if you want to give me that lucrative contract that's kind of possibly on the table, I will be there with bells on. Oh yes, I will. So yeah, it's been a very interesting few days. I will be back on Thursday. I'll be back home on Thursday to prep and get ready for the show on Friday, because that's kind of the important thing. But I do think it's kind of quite important to make yourself happy, to do things that make you happy. And I was certainly happy going to the musical, although I would have been happier down there on the stage, kind of singing and being involved and, being a part of it, I guess. And so, I don't know, I maybe I need to do more things that are creative. Maybe I need to get my musical out there and perform, maybe in a smaller theater, and see, where I go. with that. You know, I wrote my musical like 10 years ago, but it's okay having all of these projects, but it's about having outlets for them that is the difficult thing. So it's quite late now. It's been a lot of fireworks out there tonight. I'm hoping to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to go and meet my cousin tomorrow and go and have some lunch and hopefully catch up a little bit on some sleep. So, yep, thumbs up for the Tina Turner musical. If you're thinking of going to see it, it's at the Lyceum Theatre in London's West End. And if you want to go and see Loose Women live, like as in see it being filmed, be an audience member as I did this week, go and see that today. I have to give the Loose Women team a big thumbs up because they really did take care of me. They didn't make me wait online or in line even. They really did look after me. So, thank you very much to all of the guys at Loose Women. And to Lee, who was a really funny guy. Apparently, the guy who was the warm-up guy today, Lee, whose name escapes me, from Loose Women, went to school with my niece. So it is a very, very small world. I'm going to sign off now and get some rest, but I will hopefully get more video and stuff for you tomorrow. So, interesting. Be sure to like and follow Xander Gibb's vlog, or I'll come round to your house and slit you from your gizzard to your zatch. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Love, it has been good to me this time around. Things were bound to change when it was found. Sugar never tasted sweet. To keep up with Xander Gibb's Vlogiverse, click subscribe and the bell button for more crazy videos like this.